It must be time for Trinity. That's why you're here. You want to find out what energy we're meditating on this week. We would love for you to be a part of our meditations every week. If you don't know already, we do this regularly and you can be a part of it. Please take a moment to like this video, subscribe to this channel, maybe send us a comment or share it with somebody that you think could really benefit. We are trying to change the consciousness and you can be a part of it. We do that every week by empowering a different energy. This week, the energy is equality. And equality gets misunderstood very badly because everybody is sort of, on some level, taken in that false belief that equality is even Steven, right? I have 4 apples, I give 2 to you, I give 2 to the other person. It's even, that's equal. That's not real equality. Real equality is if you're going to do something, it better come from the fact that your heart wants you to do that you love expressing in this way. If I'm giving out apples, I need to be loving generosity. And the amount of apples that I give out should be determined by how big my generosity is, not by how many people I have and dividing the apples equally. This gets us in all sorts of trouble. We talk about balancing our life. I need work-life balance, you know, too much energy being spent here and not enough left for my family. I'll just make it even. Well, that's not going to work. You can't give an even amount of energy to your hobbies and your work and your family and your spouse. There's just not a way to divide everything evenly. What should be happening is that each of those areas is getting exactly the amount of love that you have in your heart for it. That's what real equality is. We're going to show you this in a physical way by using an exercise that they do a lot in Tai Chi classes. I'm going to get Diane out here. Yeah, go ahead and bring those if you would. And we're going to do a little weightlifting. Now, normally when you lift a weight, this is a 5-pound weight. I think that's a good weight to start with because it's heavy enough that you can kind of feel what it's doing, but you don't feel like you're straining at all. When you normally lift it, you contract. These muscles all contract. They get smaller and harder, and you're putting effort into making them tight. And then you push, and you're making the muscles on the back of your arm tight, tight, tight. You can feel the contraction all the way up and down. In Tai Chi, they use a different system. It's kind of a hydraulic system. I don't know if you know anything about spiders, but spiders are hydraulic machines. They're like little cranes. They don't have muscles in their legs. They have little hydraulic chambers, and their heart pumps blood into those chambers, and if the pressure gets enough, it undoes, and then they drop the pressure and it contracts. And that's how they run their legs. If you've ever seen a dead spider, they're all curled up like this. And it's because as soon as the heart stops beating, there's nothing to run the hydraulic system, and it all just contracts. So we're going to do a similar thing, but we're going to use energy. We're going to put energy into our arm. Instead of contracting, we're going to try and expand, like we're blowing up one of those long balloons that the clowns use to make an animal for you at a birthday party. That's what we're going to do. We're going to blow energy into our arm and make it expand, extend. I'm going to start from the heart. I'm going to breathe from my heart, and I'm going to send that energy down into my arm. Breathing, breathing, breathing. The arm's going to get more extended, but also it'll feel lighter because you're putting all this energy into it. And I'm trying very hard through the whole thing not to contract. Don't do it like you did before. If it starts to feel like a contraction, just back off and breathe. Breathe, feeling it extend and extend, getting lighter and longer and lighter until it gets to the point where it naturally starts to curl. And then you breathe back here into the back of your shoulder, making it extend lighter and lighter and lighter. Good. You should feel eventually that you've gone through the same motion, but you've used way less energy. There was not the effort involved, because contraction involves effort. And we don't want that. We want to practice sending energy from our heart into what we're doing, because that's the secret of equality. Make sure that your heart is expressing into each category exactly as much love as it has for that particular topic. So practicing breathing from the heart. Once again, don't let your arm contract. Do it the regular way one time and just kind of feel what a contraction feels like. And then just breathe. Breathe from the heart into the arm, making it longer and lighter, watching it extend just like that balloon that you're blowing up. Keep breathing, making it extend out, making it longer and lighter. You'll find that it naturally starts to curl. And then you start breathing into the back of your shoulder, making it longer and lighter and longer and lighter. In that way, you've gone through the same motion, but you've not done it from effort. You've done it from expression. And that's what we're looking for. There's a really easy self-defense technique you can do that further illustrates this point. You have a chair, and you were to sit in it, and I were to put my weight on your shoulder, it's really impossible to get up. Try to get up. Can't do it. This is a very common criminal technique on subways. They'll come up, they'll find an old person, they'll just lean on them. This person can't do anything. Somebody else will come up and take their pocketbook, rifle through their pockets, grab everything. They're just helpless. It costs this person nothing. They just kind of lean on you, and then unless you happen to be able to scream loud enough to draw a policeman, or if you have a knife or pepper spray or something, maybe you've got a shot, but basically you're just trapped here. Now, if you kick your legs back a little bit so that you're kind of like squatting a little bit, and then you do the same thing with your legs that we did with our arm. You breathe energy into it, making it extend from the pressure of that energy. Then, if you breathe from your heart into your legs, they'll extend and you'll just naturally rise up. And even though I'm still leaning on you, I can't do anything about it.
That was different,
anymore.
very different.
That's all we're talking about. Do this exercise with the weights. Try it with somebody leaning on you. All just to get you used to the idea that you should be coming from your heart in every moment. That if your heart is in charge and you are sending energy from your heart, you will naturally develop equality because you'll be giving to each situation exactly as much as you love that topic. And that's true equality. If you think this stuff's cool, stay tuned for more Trinity.